This is an R Media podcast.
You've got a guest bathroom, which I'm putting a really beautiful steam room in there, which is these dark green tiles that are so imperfect, they're perfect.
And so why the steam room?
Because I'm just addicted to steam. I go to a health farm every year and you can't get me out of the steam room. I come out looking like a prune. I love it. I just love it. I love infrared saunas and I love steam. I love being hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
Except when it's Sydney humidity.
I'm Elle Lovelock, Editor-in-Chief of Home Beautiful. Welcome to The Edit, where we bring you into beautiful homes with the people who create them. Today, I'm sitting down with an icon of Australian media, the one and only Deborah Hutton. Now, Deb spent 14 years as the face of Qantas. She has danced with John Travolta and interviewed some of the biggest celebrities in the world. But right now, her biggest project is a little closer to home. After selling her beloved Bronte house, Deb bought a crumbling red brick cottage on the ocean south of Sydney, and she's now building what she hopes will be the home of her life. The plan is for layers of texture, a gorgeous green colour palette, and a design that's made entirely for bringing people together. Deb, welcome. Welcome to The Edit.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, that is what it's called. That's why we're here.
Beautiful.
We're going to talk about all the choices, all the little decisions that we make
I love
in a day.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. I think we have a bit of a history together with Home Beautiful and yourself. And I was really thrilled to see that when we're doing a bit of research, I Googled Deborah Hutton home.
Right.
And the first article to come up was Home Beautiful. And I thought, yes.
Is that when I completed my Bronte build?
That's in it, but we've updated it with bits and pieces that we do know about your South Coast build.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that.
I know, surprise.
Because you know what happens? Like you put things on socials and it's basically like just throwing it into a really big funnel.
Yeah.
And you don't know where it's going to end up.
I can tell you where homebeautiful.com.au.
Yeah, right. Okay. I was like, oh, really? Okay. I didn't know that, but it's funny because where we live down south, it also ends up being in the Illawarra Mercury or something happened. Someone said I saw your article and something. I said I haven't done an article of anything, and it just pops up. So so Home Beautiful first up. That's good.
Thanks for that. People love you. But tell us about the build. I want to know everything right from the beginning. Why the move?
Well, funnily enough, it came out of two things. It came out of COVID and the lockdown. And I hate to be one of those people that said I loved it. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me was that lockdown. I loved it.
Yeah.
Because everything was like putting a wet blanket on everything.
Yeah.
And I was living in Bronte and I built my forever house. And I'd been there for about 3 years and it was all going great. And then COVID happened. And then at one stage when we started coming out, I was having dinner with two really dear friends of mine. And they live in Lisbon in Portugal and they kind of sold a place in LA and they're living there. And they said, Deb, why don't you just sell this place and, buy something else and then, travel and, build something else and da-da-da. And that planted a seed. But the biggest thing was literally when Gladys took basically said, yes, we can all go back to our lives again.
Yeah.
And the manicness and the hecticness of living in Bronte, which is surrounded by 1,000 schools. So for a person who doesn't have any kids.
Millions of children.
And it was like I had to use Waze to get out of the suburb. It was like, okay. And so it all just kind of came together. And I've always loved this place this friend of mine has in Otford, which is just around that sort of Stanmore Park area, just below the beautiful park. What the hell is it called? The Royal National Park.
Yes.
And I just love that area. So worlds collided. And the partner I was seeing at the time, we went down there and had a weekend. And I was like, maybe this is where I need to be. So I ended up selling Bronte.
Yep.
I ended up buying this little red bricker, this shitter red bricker, which was literally falling down around your ears, but it was right on the ocean on the South Coast in Wombarra. And I was like, wow, I get to buy like an ocean block. And it's about 1,000 square meters, so it's pretty generous. And it steps down to a little beach. And it's like, okay. And it came with a Walter Barda approved DA for quite a substantial, stunning house, which was made for 4 kids and a family and, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, Walter Barda has always been I've been a huge fan of his work.
So tell us, who is Walter Barda and what do you love about his work? Now, for our listeners, for anyone who may not know, don't give me that look, Deb.
I love it. Could you see my look? I know you're not looking at this, you're hearing me, but you should see the startled look on my face. He is award-winning designer, but apart from that, his aesthetic really aligns with what I love about architecture, and his strength is those beautiful plantation houses and going back to that weatherboard. I love a weatherboard house. I love going back in time and having, V-groove on the like doing all the cladding inside and just adding a lot of timbers and textures. And he's got this really beautiful feel of how a house sits in the land. It was a very challenging site because it runs down to the water. So it's, it's got this kind of slip to it. Yeah. But his stuff is just so beautiful, and I was always a fan. So I inherited him when I bought this property with this DA.
Gosh, that's lucky.
Yeah, well, it's serendipitous, right?
Yeah.
It's just meant to be.
Yep.
So anyway, Marshy and I, my partner Andrew Marsh is a meditation teacher, he and I went, well, this is going to be our life. So we moved down there, lived in this little shitterica, which was literally falling down around our ears for 3.5 years. And in that time, I changed the entire inside. I flipped it, I shrank it, and the whole thing is crafted and designed around a beautiful north-facing terrace, because that's where you want to be down south is facing north. Yeah. So that was it. It was a part COVID, part just drawing, getting out of the hecticness of Sydney, the traffic. But I love it because it's literally just over an hour from Sydney. So I can drive up.
It's really close.
No problem. Yeah. Get on the train, no problem. And I can get out, no problem. So it's kind of
key.
So I kind of got rid of a whole lot of problems. And then I inherited another bunch of problems, which is buying the site down south. So, but I will say that when we moved down there, 3 months after we moved down, there was a massive rain event. And this property had an incredible landslide where we lost beautiful Banksias. We lost all the little cute steps that went down to the beach. So the whole thing was one of the biggest landslides on that coastline.
How scary.
Yeah, and the erosion was coming from the escarpment because this huge escarpment runs at the back of us. And so it's not the erosion from the ocean. So that's where it was coming from.
Really?
And the water couldn't escape quick enough. So it basically, and it's it's a slip area, which I discovered.
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do in the build to
Massive.
help with that?
Well, this is where I inherited a nutcase geotech. That was a learning. Wow.
Tell us about that.
Whoa.
learning.
Well, the end is, look, she's trying to keep me safe. I said, look, I'm going to be 65 in a minute. Give me 20 good years. I don't give a shit what happens to this house after that. I'm not building it for 100 and 150 years. I don't give a shit. So just give me something that's going to get me through the next 25, maybe 30 years max. And she just ignored all of that.
Oh, no.
And we had, I've got 6 or 7 subsoil drains that go down 8.5 metres, which is full of huge ag pipes and aggregate. There's so little soil there now, I have to irrigate it to grow anything.
Oh, my gosh.
And then there's 70 concrete piers that went down. And then there was a thing called a shoring wall. I said, that sounds lovely. A shoring wall, divide. No, shoring wall's the thing that holds up the neighbours in the highway. Okay, let's build one of those.
And all you wanted was a weatherboard house.
I just wanted a weatherboard
by the ocean.
house by the ocean.
Simple gal with simple needs.
It was really, it was great. It was great. I tell you what, I learned a hell of a lot. I learned a hell of a lot about civil engineering and groundworks. I learned a hell of a lot.
Is there anything that'll stick with you?
I hope not. Because someone said, do you think you'll do it again? I'm like, absolutely never again. Yeah. Oh, love the idea of renovating and building, but doing hardcore 3 months of mud. And it was intense because I was just completely out of my league. I didn't know what the hell. Can I swear on this podcast?
Of course you can. You can say whatever, almost whatever you like.
Because I swear a lot, bit of potty mouth, you know.
That's okay.
Yeah, I would never fucking do this whole thing again, I swear to God. I was like, what was I thinking? But, you know, now that we're out, and look, it's interesting, Elle, because 12 months to the day was the 12th of June, right?
Yeah.
And I looked at what we were doing 12 months ago. The house was demolished 12 months ago. Today, the roof is on, the doors are arriving, and we're ready to start tiling.
That is quick.
It's
I have
insanely
to say,
quick.
For a build like this?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
So who's your builder?
Toki Constructions, and I'm very happy to talk about them. They are unbelievable. Their structure and their organisation is second to none.
Yeah.
They've got, this is the difference, I think, when you're paying for top-end builders,
Yeah.
okay? So there's a bit of a play-off here, and this is what I've learned. It's like when you've got someone that good, they put men on the ground because they want to get in and get out.
Yeah.
So they said to me, this will take 16 months. I'm like, bullshit, because everyone around here says, it's 2 years. It's at least 2 years. We took 2.5. But these guys have got men on the ground. Their subcontractors are fantastic. So, you know, if we get in before Christmas, which I'm pretty certain we will, that's the difference. You're paying a little bit more because you've got more men, but also you're in faster. So you've actually got this, because we're renting.
Well, exactly. I think
And there's all the other stuff that happens.
Yeah.
So the sooner you get in, I think it actually works out better to have better quality builders and just get in there as quick as you can.
I couldn't agree more. We did the same, I'll say on a much, much smaller scale. And we were out and back in 6 months. And
Wow.
no one could believe it. And we're in a heritage street and we're in an old Victorian workers' cottage and ripped off everything basically from the front bedroom back and
Did you
rebuilt.
put a story on?
We had a story on, but we took all that off as well and redid it.
Yeah.
And 6 months.
6 months is amazing.
But exactly the same thing that you said
You're putting
about
in the walls now, or are you still?
Well, no, we're good. But it was the quicker it's done, happy to pay a little bit more because what you pay now you save.
Well, that's the way I'm taking it.
I think we'll go with that.
Because I was talking to someone, they said, have you limited the amount of people that you have on the site? I mean, what do you mean? And I said, if you limit it to 5. I said, 5?
Why?
You'd be sitting here for 3 years trying to build this bloody thing.
Exactly.
I was like, no, get them in.
Oh.
Get them busy. Get them out.
So how did you decide where to rent?
Oh, it's not exactly like, you know, there's not like smorgasbord of rental down there. It's like really limited. It's like we lucked out by finding a place that was literally a 4-minute walk. It was just a little cottage. And so that was great until they ripped the rug underneath our feet about 3 weeks ago. And they said, well, we're selling now. You got to go. I was like, okay.
Oh, no.
So now we're in a unit in Austinmere, which is gorgeous. I don't know if you heard of Austinmere, but it's really, it's just down the road. It's beautiful.
There.
So we're in a 1980s unit with, you know, old Coroma plastic like taps and stuff that take me seriously back to the 80s. I feel like I'm having a moment. Like I can feel the whole thing. The shoulder pads are starting to grow, the high-waisted pants, you know, the pleated pants, the brogues are back. And I was like, and now I'm living in a 1980s apartment. It's all just returned.
After the break, Deb walks us through exactly what her new house is going to look like. And trust me when I say she has thought through every single detail. You're hoping to be in by Christmas.
Yeah. No, we will.
Oh, you will. Absolutely.
I'm determined to be in by Christmas. You can haul me over the coals if I'm not in by Christmas.
Christmas
we'll
miracle.
be sitting, even if we have a hose, I don't really care. I just want to be in.
I know it's not done yet, but imagine you're in. Take us on a tour. Because we love to do an audio tour.
Wow, okay.
So if you open the front door.
Well, that's complicated in itself.
Well, we've got all day, so let's get into it.
It's an interesting build because what I inherited was primarily you're living on 2 levels. But because of the topography of the land, you're basically coming by highway and you're dropping down to an ocean, right? Yeah. So when you drive in, you've now got visitors parking and then you open 2 front doors. You come into this beautiful I bought a beautiful set of Indian doors from Rajasthan and you come in those doors and it comes to a little sort of entrance area. Then there's 2 front doors. There's a door that takes you down to the house and there's a door that takes you up to a completely separate self-contained studio.
Really?
Yes. So that was the part that was included in the original DA and I had to kind of decide whether I really wanted to build that or not. And I thought, building for the future, There's like, it could be carers, you could be renting it out. My nephews would
Yep.
want to stay. And I think for resale value at whatever time, not that I plan to sell it, it becomes a 4-bedroom house as opposed to a 3-bedroom house. And I just think
That's
it
clever.
made a lot more sense. And
Yeah.
yes, you know, in terms of budget, it would have been better not to have built it. But it's so damn cute that my partner goes, let's just live up here. I'm like, get stuffed. Oh my God, I got this beautiful house downstairs. I'm like, because he lives in boardies and a T-shirt. He's got nothing, right? He's like, so you drive in, you can go upstairs to the self-contained unit, which is really cute. And then you enter our house and you come down the stairs. You enter into this beautiful sort of entryway, which is kind of like a mud room. And that's where I drive in. I drive in underneath the house.
So that's very James Bond.
Yeah, so we drive in underneath and then we come in at that level.
Yeah.
So if you're coming, you'll park, you'll come down the stairs.
Yeah.
If I'm coming home, I'll park and I'll just walk through this door into the same area, which is like a mud room. And I've got so many bloody canopy bay hats. There's an entire wall that's planned of just hooks and canopy bay hats. It goes back to the first season. Now there's 6. And I'm like, how do you get rid of these buggers? Like, there's just everywhere. They just keep coming. Like, they're multiplying.
Make it art.
Yeah. So it's just like a wall of hats. But then you walk in and then you've got stairs that take you down to the bedroom level. And then you walk one step up and you go on to this really beautiful living kitchen. So you've got a kitchen on the right-hand side with a nearly 4-meter central island. The kitchen looks out and everything's designed around this north-facing terrace, which is very generous in size. It's got 3 huge sliding glass panes, so 2 huge doors, which are like 3.4 meters each. So those 2 will slide in and tuck in behind the one that sits sort of behind where the stairwell is that take you down to the bedrooms.
Yeah.
And then the ceiling is like I'd hardly call it a low ceiling because I've seen it now, but it's basically a flat ceiling, beautifully detailed in timbers. And then you walk through the kitchen area, all open, and you go into what Wally calls the great room. I said, stop calling it the great room. It sounds expensive and a bit la-la. And I said, we're not like that, and I just don't need to have great attached to it because it just sounds really expensive and grand, and that's not what I want. And he just looks at me and rolls his eyes.
So what do you call it?
Fucking awesome room. It's a fucking awesome room. No, it's the FA room.
F-A-R,
it's the FA room. It's like, wow, because it's got this amazing, it's a ceiling within a ceiling. So we're doing this beautiful open raftered roof. So the roof's built and then this ceiling detail. It's all this beautiful WeatherTex. I don't know if you know WeatherTex, but it's got this lovely wood grain finish.
Yep.
And it's just textural. And so you've got this incredible open raftered ceiling, which got these 2-drop old colonial fans that come down. And it's a huge fireplace, which is lovely stone. I found these 2 Indian doors that are hiding the TV because I hate looking at a TV. And so you've got a dining room there. There's a couple of bookshelves, and it's just this lovely open space that the weather we've been having lately. And I walk in there and I can just see all the doors going back. And so that north-facing terrace becomes part of this big, beautiful area. And then we've got this biggest planter box I've ever seen. I said to Wally, am I doing laps in this thing? It is huge. And it's like, I swear to God, the planter box is like this because we're putting trees in there.
I was going to say, what's the plan?
To try and give us some privacy.
Yeah.
So you've got Lawrence Hargrave Drive and we're kind of exposed to that. So we're doing this terrace is completely green screened.
Great idea.
Yeah. So it's this beautiful, generous planter boxes. So we're not dilling around. It's like, okay.
Yeah. What are you planting? Do you know what you want in there?
Yeah, he reckons bay trees.
Oh, I love bay trees.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and they're thick and, they're not deciduous and they've got a lovely green. And so it's just having that beautiful canopy of green that you're looking at.
Oh, I love it.
And the flooring is all this beautiful porcelain tiles which look like they've been ripped up from some chateau in the south of France.
Oh, sublime.
That's how clever porcelain's getting now.
I know. Isn't it impressive?
It's incredible. It looks like it's sort of shaved and broken up, but it's actually all in and it's textured.
Yeah.
It's got this sort of this grainy kind of feel. So that's all the flooring, and so that's just the top. That's just the top.
And so then how many levels is it?
That's the main level.
Yep.
Then you walk down the stairs. You've got 2 guest rooms on the left-hand side, a very, very generous hallway.
Yep.
You've got a guest bathroom, which I'm putting a really beautiful steam room in there, which is these dark green tiles that are so imperfect. They're perfect. And it's got this lovely dome ceiling, which will be really softly lit with LED, and a fantastic, huge 1.8 Caesar stone bench, so I can use the guest bathroom. So that's a shower steam room.
And so why the steam room?
Because I'm just addicted to steam. I go to a health farm every year, and you can't get me out of the steam room. I come out looking like a prune. I love it. I just love it. I love infrared saunas, and I love steam. I love being hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
Except when it's Sydney humidity. I hate that.
That's not so fun.
That's not fun because you're not choosing that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I've got that. And then we walk down and then we've got the master bedroom, and that's just stunning. It just opens up completely to the view because you're looking out to the ocean.
Yeah.
So you've got these doors that open up, and then you've got this beautiful, you're right on the ocean, you hear the waves.
I was just going to ask, what do you think it'll sound like in the house?
Loud. You won't hear the road. You'll hear the waves unless it's a westerly, and then you hear nothing. But if it's a nor'easterly, it sort of comes in. But the way Wally's designed all these doors that go back into cavities, these glass sliding doors, he's actually stopping the nor'easterlies from coming into that northern terrace. He's really clever. And then it's really beautiful. I tell you what's interesting. A friend of mine, when I started doing the interior design, this is really interesting. I think it's a great tip. I was talking to a girlfriend. I said, I don't even know where to start. I sort of know where to start, but I don't know where to start. And she said, what's your favourite bathroom that you've been into? Because that's where I was going. Like, I love a beautiful bathroom. She said, what's your favourite bathroom? And then think about that, about where you want to take. And I was like, that's a really good idea. So I remember taking Mum to a place called Huka Lodge in Taupo in New Zealand.
Yes.
One of the most extraordinary places you could stay. And their bathrooms are so beautiful. It's all wood paneling and everything's just got a bit of age to it, but it's so beautifully done.
Yeah.
So that's what started me on this house is not going to be White Hamptons. This house is not going to be modern. There's no formed concrete. There's nothing. Everything's made to feel like you've been there before, or you walk in and it feels very familiar. Yeah. And it's got a sense of kind of nostalgia and a bit of age to it.
Yeah.
So every wall is panelled. All the ceilings have this WeatherTech's incredible detail in it.
Because I think texture, even hard texture, makes people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It puts you at ease.
Yeah, yeah. And I want that. This is not a house that... It's not a precious house. I'm building it to be robust. Yeah. And I learnt that from Bronte because Bronte was like the princess house. Well, it has to be white marble and it's always beautiful. There's Fulton, nickel pendants and the do-do-do-do-do. And I was like, oh, my God, the salt on that and, white marble in the bathroom. Oh, no. And
that's it, living by the water.
Yeah, the challenge of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't even have to do anything and materials will disintegrate.
Yeah. So therefore, all of the finishes are like, in terms of all the tapware, it's all weathered organic. So everything is going to age.
Yeah.
There's no perfectness to it.
I love that.
So therefore, it's just going to get better with age.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Who do you hope to have over? Do you like having people over?
I love having people over. It's so funny. I'm getting such shit from the locals because they all go, oh, my God, is this house big enough for the two of you? Someone even commented, it looks like you're building Westfield Wombarra. I'm like, how rude. How rude. Don't you know I have friends and family? So I've got my family, Marshy's got his family. I've got beautiful friends that I miss dearly in Sydney. And a lot of them do come down now, even our little rentals and stuff like that. And it's like I'm building it in such a way that I'm even doing one of the bedrooms with 2 singles, which then become like a queen when you put them together. So I'm doing that kind of
That's full hotel style.
It's a hotel style.
Yeah.
Because they're all, a couple of queens that are not together but great mates. And like, right, you can go in there and da-da-da-da-da. And so it's built for people to come and stay and have a good time. Because when I do lunch, it's a 12-hour thing. It's just a thing.
What
starts
could you
at 1 and finishes at 1.
So why is it a 12-hour thing? What do you...
Always was a 12-hour thing. I've got to get out of the habit.
What do you What music do you play?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Funnily enough, when I walked in here today, I ran into one of the editors that helped me I did a cookbook here.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Women's Weekly. They said, can we be part of the cookbook? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
I love cooking. I love cooking. I love to cook.
What do you
I
cook?
love to entertain. Oh, I get inspired by things. I don't have any sort of repertoire as such, but I love things that are prepared prior. So when everyone arrives, I'm not stuck there, slaving in the kitchen. So I'm a big sort of pre-prep person.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
What does an hour before people coming over look like for you?
Oh, well, the table's probably set the day before.
I do that too. Because I figure if the table's set, at least they have somewhere to sit
Well,
and
exactly. Or look, it looks like I was expecting you early or whatever. No, I love setting a table. I love setting a table. And I've chosen some really beautiful pieces from our Fresco Emporium. They've just got the most gorgeous stuff that fits really well with this house. But I get excited. I never serve an entree. I always serve food that they can pick and stand and wander around. And then there's always a sit down for the main and there's dessert. But I love bringing people together. And sadly, it doesn't happen enough. It doesn't happen enough. It used to happen, let's go back into the 80s and stuff. A lot of people used to entertain. No one does it anymore.
No, it's true.
Maybe it's the expense or we're living in smaller places or whatever. But for me, one of the things, my great joy is bringing people together. And the fact that they can jump on a train and come down and spend a night and have lunch and hang and go for a swim the next day. That's joyful for me.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm building it.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm building it for my loved ones.
Are you a home scent person? Do you like a candle?
100%.
What do you burn? Well,
I used to burn my own until I didn't have it anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know. Well, who needs another candle in a cost of living crisis, really?
Me, I do.
I know. You've got to have those little things around us. But no, I'm I'm candle obsessed. I mean, I love scented candles, but I love candle light.
Yeah, me
So the interesting thing about this particular house is there's hardly an overhead.
Really?
Most of it is wall sconces and lamps.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
I think more homes should be designed that way.
Well, I think spending half of my life in front of lighting, you get to understand that you never want to stand or sit under a light that's above your head.
No.
And, some people highlight dining room tables with a light. I'm like, I can have a hat, make it a canopy bay, like anything that just stops the light. So I love wall sconces. It's an American thing that they do so well. American sense of lighting is really beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
In restaurants and old homes,
Yeah.
there's wall sconces everywhere. We don't do them enough here.
And I don't know why.
We need to bring it in. We need to bring it in.
We-
So bathrooms and everything, I've got wall sconces everywhere.
Gorgeous.
And they're really, really beautiful. And so I think that's going to be something that's just, again, feels that warmth when you walk in.
I agree.
The whole feeling of the house is very much along the lines of British colonial Raffles, Singapore, plantation style, a little bit of Bermuda. It's kind of got Sri Lanka. It's, I'm doing like dark plantation shutters.
Love
There's no white. There's no white on the coast.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't it?
That's crazy. You can do a coastal home.
Yeah,
Without white.
There's not white Hamptons.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did that in Bronte, and I didn't want to repeat it.
Do something different.
Yeah, I wanted something that was going to challenge me, and it's challenged me because colour can challenge you.
It sure can.
Yeah.
Do you have any colours you avoid?
No, but what's interesting? I'm such a navy person. I love blues of all. I've had different ranges that are based on blue. Blue is my go-to colour.
Yeah.
This entire house is so many variations of the green tones.
Really?
Even so much that I even changed the outside colour to be like, I think it's a Dulux, like forest green. So it's just taken me. And it's just, without making up my mind, it's just led me down.
Yeah.
It's taken me on that journey. Because I haven't been, it needs to be this and it needs to be that.
You're just going with the house.
Going with the house, and that's the way it's turned out. It's really interesting.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I love blue. I love wear blue and whatever, but I think there's going to be a blue room. I had a blue room in Bronte, and it's just like a big hug.
Yeah.
And so that's probably going to be the main guest room, and then there's the green room, which is where the two splits are, and doing something clever there. So
That's so
And then,
exciting.
by the way, I didn't tell you, then you walk downstairs.
There's another level.
Well, it's kind of the rumpus room.
Oh.
Well, Walter calls it a rumpus room, and I said, I don't have any kids. Oh, yes, I do. I go out with one, and he's like going to be 56 tomorrow, and he's the biggest kid that I know. So that's why I'm putting Marshy. But it's a little kitchenette and this infrared sauna down there, and it's where you walk out onto the grass, and then you've got steps down to the beach. So it is a kind of way of getting out of the house. And
I can't imagine ever wanting to leave.
No. Well, I won't be able to afford to.
No, that's true.
I'll be on light and easy for the rest of my life.
Just stay there.
Yeah. You wait till I do dinner for 8. Guess what we're having? What would you
Microwave
like?
meals.
It only takes 3 minutes in the microwave.
Well, I'd love to be invited to one of Deb's 12-hour lunches, and that sauna room looks incredible. Deb and I had so much to talk about that there is a part 2 of this conversation where Deb shares the intimate details about her skin cancer scare and why she started her hat business, Canopy Bay. You'll find part 2 wherever you're listening or watching this episode.
This is an R Media podcast.